Okay, let's get into your reading, Aries. Okay, let me tell you something. The things you have been waiting for, the ones stuck in the wings for so long, are about to come crashing into your life all at once. This new moon and total solar eclipse is one of the most life-changing portals you will ever stand under, and it has your name on it. I feel like you are in for some surprises. You are in for some big, big things. Okay, there is such a powerful energy here, which is really signifying the new moon. Okay, so the new moon energies are the moon is here. Look at the synchronicity. Okay, first and foremost, there's a new moon, which is very powerful, but it's happening with a total solar eclipse. When it happens like this, let me tell you something. Your life is going to change. Your life is changing in ways you can't imagine. This is truly, truly life-changing. The things that you have been waiting for are coming together for you. This actually is a very strong portal for money. It's also a very strong portal for a lot of respect and also commitment from people towards you. People actually committing to being a friend with you, committing to being in a relationship with you, committing to offering you an opportunity, like actually committing and being there for you. It is truly, truly life-changing. Things you have been waiting for, things that have been sort of stuck in the wings, are finally happening for you. This new moon is so powerful, and it is amplified with the energies of this total solar eclipse, basically. Okay, so it's happening during Leo season. So this is to do with confidence and creativity. You're going to be seen. You're going to be heard. You're going to be respected. The new moon energy is the beginning of a new cycle. If you have felt like things have just been stagnant and slow, expect life-changing miracles. If you have been waiting for opportunities, expect life-changing miracles in terms of these opportunities happening for you. If you have been feeling emotional, expect that things are going to lighten up. You're going to feel brighter. You're going to feel happier. There is a sense of direction, okay? Because the sun's energy is very, very powerful right now because of Leo season. So the sun and the moon are sort of balancing each other out. I mean, literally, because Leo is ruled by the sun and you've got a new moon. So with a total solar eclipse, you literally can't make this up. The energies are so balanced. You've got the sun and the moon in this card. Even though it's the moon card, honestly, this is solar eclipse energies. Like, I'm not even joking. The fact that the moon is here is such a big synchronicity because the sun energy is to do with identity, which is also about people seeing you for who you are, feeling a sense of direction, and finally feeling like things are moving in the right direction because you have felt like things are quite stagnant. And on top of that, something hidden comes to light. You know, you're no longer going to feel invisible. You're going to feel like you're seen and heard and respected and understood and feel like you are, feeling worthy and happy and confident. And it's amazing to pick up on. There's just this peace and joy and happiness and fulfillment, and it makes you feel incredible. Also, the Eight of Pentacles, things that you are working hard towards are finally reaping benefits. We know the number 8 is to do with the infinity symbol. This means the energy you put onto things and put out to things are finally coming your way. And it's happening with this new moon. Let me tell you something. In order to amplify new moon energies, honestly, this is a time to manifest. It is a time to put out your intentions. I want you, okay, to comment down below, my intentions are coming true, okay? I want you to claim this reading wholeheartedly. Comment down below, my intentions are coming true, like this reading. Make sure that you are subscribed. The fact that I was doing this reading dedicated to the new moon and the moon card came out is such a big sign. You guys, this is not even a joke. Look what just came out. The High Priestess. The High Priestess again. Do you see the moon there? She's wearing a crown with the moon phases. Oh my God, I cannot believe it with the synchronicities. This happened in a recent reading as well. I think it was to do with the Lionsgate portal, but here we are again with the synchronicities. It is so strong. It is so powerful. I'm telling you, you are going to be seen, heard, respected, understood. Everything you want in your mind, you can have. Okay, that is how powerful your mind is. That is how powerful your energy is. That is how powerful your intentions are. And it's all coming your way. It's almost like this particular total solar eclipse is just allowing everything in. It's literally just allowing everything in. And this is how I work as a reader. You know, I say things, it comes out on the cards, and it's great. I love seeing that, and I love feeling that. And I think it's just so important as well that you're able to really see what I am intuitively feeling for you. It is incredible. The sun's energy is so powerful. And the fact that you've got this moon energy, which is quite dark, and the sun's energy, which is so bright, it's balancing everything out in your life. It's a life-changing new moon and a total solar eclipse for a reason. The balance is huge, absolutely huge. You also have here number 12, optimism and exploration. It's time to make a change in your life. This is life-changing. Okay, when I said life-changing in the beginning, it's not a joke. It really isn't, because it literally shows here this life-changing energy where things are improving and getting stronger and better for you in ways that you can't even imagine. We have here number 30, boundless optimism. You show huge amounts of positivity and creativity. Like I said, this time is about your creativity being seen, having creativity, feeling inspired, feeling uplifted to do things, to want to be in a certain way or go in a certain direction or do things in a certain way. It is the time where everything is flourishing for you and coming together for you. Do not be scared of your creativity. Remember, Leo season is all about that. It's about the creative juices flowing. Be creative. Do things that you love. Be yourself. You will be seen for who you are. You don't have to try and pretend to be something you're not in order to be seen. You'll be seen for who you are. And we have here number 21, reliability and diplomacy. You are dependable, and your friends and family can rely on you in times of difficulty. I think it's very important to give yourself validation, especially when you feel like you're not seen. Because this is the thing, the new moon is completely pitch black, right? The moon isn't seen, and so you feel sometimes like you're unseen, unheard, overlooked. So with that, give yourself validation that people know that you are literally the most dependable person. You are extremely dependable. And I know that you find it very hard to depend on others, but you should take so much pride in knowing how other people really see you as someone they can depend on in their difficult moments. And I think you should be really proud of that. Because sure, maybe other people can't do that for you, but the fact that you can do that for others is something to be really, really proud of. And it takes a lot of courage to do that. You're going to see 1212 a lot. By the way, you will see the number 12 a lot. When you see the number 12, it is an absolute sign that what is happening for you in regards to this particular new moon is absolute change. The one leads to the two. So when you see one and then you see two, it's basically a growth that's happening. It's continuation that is happening. You're being seen. You're being heard. You're going to be looked at, respected, understood, committed to. And people are going to really take their time to acknowledge you. And I think that's really, really important. This is so powerful. This new moon is opening you up towards opportunities. It's changing your life so that you can have the things that you want in terms of being seen and not feeling invisible. So many synchronicities, right? You had the High Priestess, which is the moon energies. You had the moon card. You had 21 and 12, plus with the sun, right? Especially in the Fool card, and also in the moon card, there's a sun as well, right? So it's pretty amazing. Also the number 8 to signify August. So many synchronicities now that we look at it. I really feel here as well, take care of yourself, put yourself first, do you, and everything will come together. Okay. And I want to stay with you a little longer, okay? Because there is so much more in these cards, and I don't want you to leave without hearing all of it. Let me start, okay, with the 3 things the reader said this portal is powerful for: money, respect, and commitment. Because together they paint a very specific and beautiful picture. Because notice, okay, it's not just money. A lot of eclipse readings promise wealth and stop there. But this one pairs the money with respect and with commitment, which tells you this isn't just about your bank account. It's about your whole standing in the world shifting upward. And the commitment piece, okay, is so tender because the reader was specific about it. People committing to being your friend. Committing to being in a relationship with you, committing to offering you an opportunity, actually committing and being there for you. And I want you to feel, okay, how much that matters if you've dealt with the opposite. People who kept you at arm's length, half in, half out, friendships that never quite solidified, relationships where they wouldn't fully commit, opportunities that got dangled and then withdrawn. This portal, okay, is about people finally choosing you fully, out loud, with follow through. The wishy-washy season is ending, and a season of people actually showing up and committing is beginning. And let me turn, okay, to the single thread that runs through this entire reading. Being seen. The reader said it so many times: seen, heard, respected, understood, acknowledged. And I don't think that repetition is an accident. And I want to speak, okay, to something gentler. The reader mentioned that if you've been feeling emotional, heavy, weighed down, things are going to lighten up. You're going to feel brighter. You're going to feel happier. And I want you to really receive that, okay? Because a lot of what this reading names, the invisibility, the stagnation, the being unseen, can leave a person genuinely low, carrying a heaviness they can't always explain, a tiredness of the soul. And the eclipse energy, okay, the sun flooding back after the darkness is a promise that the heaviness lifts, that the brightness returns, not just in your circumstances, but in how you actually feel inside day to day. Lighter, warmer, more hopeful, more like yourself again. So if you've been in a heavy season, okay, I want you to hold on to this. The light is coming back, and it's coming back on the inside too, where it matters most. Because I think, okay, if this reading found you, there's a good chance you have spent a long time feeling invisible, feeling overlooked, feeling like you pour so much into other people, into being dependable, into being there, and somehow no one quite sees you the way you see them. And the new moon, okay, the reader made this point beautifully, is completely dark, pitch black. The one night the moon isn't visible at all. And there's something so fitting about that being your card, because you have felt like that dark moon, present, powerful, but unseen. But here's the magic, okay? The new moon is not the end of the moon. It's the beginning of a brand new cycle. From that pitch black, the moon grows, night by night, back into fullness, back into light. And that's exactly what's happening to you. Your invisible season is ending, and your becoming seen is just beginning. And I want to draw out the 8 of Pentacles, okay? Because it carries such a satisfying promise about your effort. The 8 of Pentacles shows a craftsman at his workbench, carefully carving coin after coin, each one hung up as he finishes it, focused, diligent, devoted to his craft. And it's the card, okay, of hard work, of dedication, of steadily building mastery. And here it means the things you have been working so hard toward are finally reaping their benefits. The reader tied it to the number 8, to infinity, to the energy you've been putting out, finally coming back to you. And I want you to really feel, okay, the justice in that, because hard work doesn't always feel like it pays off in the moment. You plant and you wait. You show up and you don't always see the reward. You keep going, sometimes with no evidence it's leading anywhere. But the 8 of Pentacles, okay, with this eclipse behind it, is the moment the reward finally arrives. The harvest of all that quiet labor, the payoff for every time you kept going when it would have been easier to quit. Your effort was never wasted. It was accumulating, and now it pays out. And I want to talk, okay, about the eclipse specifically because it's the rarest, most powerful part of this whole reading. A total solar eclipse is when the moon passes directly in front of the sun, the dark and the light perfectly aligned. And for a few breathtaking moments, day becomes night, and then the light comes flooding back. And that, okay, is the perfect symbol for what the reader kept describing, the balance of sun and moon, the dark and the bright, balancing your life out. Because eclipses are famous for bringing sudden, dramatic, fated change. They close one chapter and fling open another, often overnight, often in ways you couldn't have engineered if you tried. And I want to speak, okay, to the stagnation the reader named because she kept coming back to it. The feeling that things have been slow, stuck, stagnant. The wondering, is anything ever going to happen? Is anything going to come together? And I want you to know, okay, that feeling was real and it wasn't your fault. Sometimes life genuinely does stall. The doors don't open. The effort doesn't seem to move anything. You push, and the situation just sits there, and it can make you feel like maybe it's you, like maybe you're doing something wrong. But stagnation, okay, isn't always failure. Sometimes it's just the pause before the shift, the held breath before the exhale, the stuck in the wings feeling the reader described, where everything you want is right there, ready, just waiting for the cue to walk on stage. And this eclipse, okay, is the cue. It's the thing that breaks the stagnation, that gets the wheel turning again, that finally gives your life a sense of direction after so long of feeling like you were standing still. And the reader said, okay, you're going to feel a sense of direction, a feeling that things are finally moving the right way. And I want you to imagine how that relief will feel after the stuck season, to suddenly feel momentum again, to feel carried, to feel like life is cooperating with you instead of resisting you. That's what's coming, okay? The unstick, the movement, the direction, the sense that the things stuck in the wings are finally making their entrance right on cue. And I want to draw out the Fool, okay? Because the reader noticed the sun shining in it, just like the sun hidden in the moon card. And it's such a hopeful card to see here. The Fool, okay, shows a figure stepping out toward a bright horizon, a small white dog at their heels, a white rose in hand, the sun rising golden behind them, the whole world open and new. And it's the card of fresh starts, of brand new beginnings, of stepping into the unknown with an open, hopeful heart. And paired with this eclipse, okay, and this new moon, all three are saying the same thing: a new cycle, a clean slate, a genuine fresh start. The chance to begin again, to walk toward a completely new chapter of your life with the sun rising on it. And I love, okay, that the sun keeps showing up hidden in the moon card, shining in the Fool, because it means that even in the dark, even in the new moon blackness, the light is there. The sun never actually left. It was just eclipsed for a moment, and now it's coming back, flooding your life with warmth and visibility and new beginnings. So I want you to step, okay, like the Fool, toward that light with trust. The new chapter is bright. The sun is rising, and you get to walk into it as your full, visible, radiant self. So when the reader says, okay, life-changing, and insists it's not a joke, this is why. Eclipse energy doesn't do small. It does transformation. It does the kind of change you look back on as a before and an after. And I want to sit, okay, with the High Priestess, because when the reader saw her appear right after the moon, both carrying moon imagery, she could hardly believe it. And it's worth understanding why that pairing is so powerful. The High Priestess, okay, sits between two pillars, one black and one white, a crescent moon at her feet, a crown of moon phases on her head, a veil behind her hiding a deep pool of water. And she is the guardian of the subconscious, of intuition, of hidden knowledge, of the things we sense but can't yet see. And here's why she matters so much, okay, for you. The reader said something hidden comes to light. And the High Priestess is the keeper of exactly those hidden things. Her appearing means secrets surfacing, truths revealed, things you've sensed deep down finally being confirmed out in the open. And I also want you to take her, okay, as a message about your own intuition, because the High Priestess rewards those who trust their inner knowing. If you've had a quiet feeling that things were about to change, that something good was coming, that you were meant for more than the invisible life you've been living, she is confirming that your intuition was right all along. So trust it, okay? Trust the pull you feel. Trust the quiet knowing that this reading found you for a reason. The High Priestess doesn't appear for people who should doubt themselves. She appears for people whose inner voice is about to be proven true. And I want to spend real time, okay, on the creativity the reader kept lighting up about, because it's woven all through this reading. The Leo energy, the boundless optimism card, the invitation to let your creative juices flow. And the reader said something, okay, I really want you to hear, do not be scared of your creativity. And I think a lot of people need permission for exactly that, because so many of us have tucked our creativity away, decided it wasn't practical, wasn't worth it, wasn't good enough to show anyone. But this eclipse, okay, is asking you to bring it back out, to make the thing, to express yourself, to let the world see what you create, because Leo season is the season of the creative heart, of self-expression, of shining without apology. And here's the line, okay, that I think is the whole heart of it. The reader said, you don't have to pretend to be something you're not in order to be seen. You'll be seen for who you are. And I want you to really take that in, okay? Because it's so freeing. So many people believe they have to perform to be more polished, more impressive, more like someone else to earn attention and respect. But this reading promises the opposite. You get to be fully, authentically yourself. And that is exactly what gets seen and celebrated. And that, okay, is such a different kind of being seen. Not seen for a mask you wear, not seen for a performance, but seen for the real you, valued for exactly who you already are, which is the only kind of being seen that actually fills you up. And I want to draw out, okay, the reliability card, the number 21, because the reader said something so validating with it, and I don't want it to slip past you. She said you are dependable. Okay, that your friends and family can rely on you in their times of difficulty. That you are, in fact, one of the most dependable people there is. And then she said something really wise, that you find it very hard to depend on others yourself. And I want to sit with that, okay? Because I think it describes so many people who end up feeling unseen. You're the strong one, the reliable one, the one everyone leans on. And somewhere along the way, you learned that you couldn't lean back, that you had to hold yourself up, because who else would? And there can be a quiet loneliness, okay, in that role, being the rock for everyone while feeling like no one is the rock for you, giving and rarely receiving. But the reader offered you, okay, such a beautiful reframe. She said, take pride in how others see you. Be proud that you can be that person for others, even if they can't always be it for you. Because it takes real courage, real strength of character to be dependable in a world where so many people let others down. And I want to add, okay, gently, that this portal is about the balance finally shifting. The eclipse balances sun and moon, giving and receiving. And part of being seen is finally having people show up for you the way you've shown up for them. You don't have to be only the giver anymore. So give yourself, okay, the validation the reader spoke of right now, tonight. You are dependable. You are strong. You are the person others are lucky to have. And you are about to be seen and valued for all of it. And right now, okay, I want you to take a slow breath with me. Breathe in the truth that you are about to be seen, finally, fully, for exactly who you are. And breathe out every year you spent feeling invisible, overlooked, unappreciated. That season is ending. And I want to draw out, okay, the 12-12 the reader kept seeing, because she explained it so beautifully. The number 12, the one leading to the 2, as a sign of growth, of continuation, of one thing leading naturally into the next. And I want you to hold that, okay, because it tells you something reassuring about how this change unfolds. It's not chaos. It's not everything getting torn up overnight. It's continuation, growth, the one becoming the 2, a natural unfolding progression from where you are to where you're meant to be. So if you start seeing 1212, okay, on clocks, on receipts, on license plates, let it be your little wink from the universe, your reminder that the change is underway, that you're being carried forward, that this reading was real. And I want to talk, okay, about the manifestation piece, because the reader was clear that a new moon is one of the most powerful times to set intentions, to plant the seeds of what you want to grow. And there's real wisdom, okay, in why. Because a new moon is a beginning, a blank slate, the very start of a fresh cycle. And when you plant an intention at a beginning, it has the whole cycle ahead of it to grow. You're not planting into tired end-of-cycle soil. You're planting into fresh ground at the perfect moment for something new to take root. So tonight, okay, or whenever this finds you, take a moment to actually name what you want to be seen, to be respected, to have the money, the love, the commitment, the opportunity. Say it, claim it, write it down, comment it below. Because this is the moment the universe is most ready to receive your intentions and begin growing them into reality. And let me gather it all up for you, okay? One more time. The moon and the high priestess, hidden things coming to light, your intuition confirmed. The Eight of Pentacles, your hard work finally reaping its reward. The Fool, a brand new beginning full of sun. And the Oracle numbers, optimism and exploration, boundless creativity, and your deep reliability finally recognized. So let me lay this all out one final time, okay? Slowly, so it settles. A rare, okay, life-changing new moon in total solar eclipse has opened over your life, and it is a powerful portal for money, for respect, for real commitment from the people around you. And after so long feeling invisible, overlooked, unseen, you are about to be seen, heard, respected, understood, and acknowledged for exactly who you are. The things stuck in the wings are finally moving. Your hard work is finally paying off. Your creativity is flowing. Your confidence returning. And a whole new cycle of your life is beginning in the light. One message. The dark moon was never you disappearing. It was you about to be seen. So claim it, loves. Comment below. My intentions are coming true, and let the universe hear you seal it in. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Moonveil Tarot, like this reading, and share the blessing with someone who needs it too, because when you share it, it comes back to you tenfold. I genuinely read every comment, even the ones I can't always reply to individually. Your story becomes part of the reason this reading keeps finding the next person who needs it. Wherever you're watching this from, okay, I want you to actually feel this settle in before you go. You may have spent, okay, so much of your life being the dependable one, the one who shows up for everyone else, the one people lean on, rely on, come to in their hardest moments, while quietly wondering who shows up for you. And this reading found you, okay, to tell you that your season of being unseen is over, that the eclipse is turning the wheel, that hidden things are coming to light, and that you are about to be seen, valued, committed to, and respected in exactly the ways you have always deserved. So let yourself be seen, okay? Don't shrink, don't hide, don't dim yourself to make others comfortable. Step into the light this eclipse is pouring toward you. Be fully, creatively, unapologetically yourself, and watch as the whole world finally sees what you've been all along. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.